Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's the Christian and Daniel Show.
Just doing my job. Hi, everyone. I am Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is the Christian and Daniel Show. Welcome. We're show number, is this 88?
Yep.
What an auspicious number. 88 in double infinity.
Double infinity. Welcome, everybody, to the Christian and Daniel Show. Everybody watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Do us a favor. Will you share this on your page so that other folks can watch it? For everybody watching on YouTube, scroll down, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show. And yes, show 88. Who would have thunk it?
I know, it's crazy.
Who would have thunk that 87 episodes ago, we were laying in bed the day before your colonoscopy?
You know, it's funny. My client, Wendy, she said she just watched the first episode. She went all the way back to the beginning. She's going to watch them all the way to current. So she's watching them at like daily. And she goes, it's funny that your first episode was you talking about your colonoscopy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I even talked about that. That was 87 episodes ago.
Wow. She's going to binge our show. We're a binger show.
I know, she's binging our show. And she said she's really enjoying it. She goes, it's so funny and it's so cute. And she goes, it's just fun. And I go, yeah, it's just a variety. Sure. I go, not every episode. There are some episodes where I'm a little less flamboyant and out there. But I go, yeah, we've talked about that too. We've had some serious shows where we've had some serious topics and people have really seemed to appreciate all we're doing. So we just keep on moving forward here, keep putting along.
That's really, that's kind of cool. This is our third season. So
yeah, I can't believe we're already in October in the Halloween time frame and November, and then we're at the end of the year. 2022 is gone.
I know.
We're next 3/4 of the way through. Not even 3/4.
Halloween?
What is it? We're 7/8, or let's just put it in a percentage. It's easier. We're 98% through the year.
I know.
It's
Are we
incredible.
doing Christmas tree this year? Are we doing Christmas tree?
I don't know. Hello, Laura. I was just going to, actually, that's so funny. Laura comes in. I was just going to talk about our wonderful experience with Junior.
Oh, and you know what? I just thought we didn't take a picture.
I know. I thought about that last night after we talked on the phone. I was like, oh, I would have loved a picture with Junior. He is such a little smiler. He's such a little cutie patootie. I'm like, yeah, a picture would have been nice to remember the moment.
For everybody watching, this is our future comadre.
Yep.
It said, yes, you have a godson to take pictures with. Yes, now we do. For
Christmas. Oh, that would be so awesome. Because you remember the picture we took with Mateo that Christmas.
Oh my God. So
much fun.
Because I just got a totally like a gay moment. Matching t-shirts.
All three of us.
All three of us for a Christmas picture.
We're gonna make that happen.
Yes, we need a Christmas tree, but I think we're gonna get a fake one. I don't think that we want to.
Yeah, we don't want a real one. They're a hassle. You have to clean up after them, and they can bring bugs into your house and everything.
I actually found one on Amazon. That's the pre-lit ones.
The ones that have lights built in. You want
everything's all you have to do is put the ornaments on.
Put ornaments on, because we have plenty of ornaments. Dear Lord, we have so many ornaments we can put on a tree. We just need
the possibilities.
Yes, we just need the tree.
Girl, we're about to. No,
what's funny
is wonder, for those of you who
see
are
that
watching
picture later on in life, and he'll be like, "What is this dorky picture with us in all matching T-shirts?"
Oh, we want the picture that he's going to be embarrassed about when he gets older. We have to have one of those pictures.
True.
What was I going to say?
Sorry.
I just lost what I was gonna say. My light is really off today. This lighting is off.
And then you have a candle lit and it's flickering.
I know.
Your candles usually don't flicker, so that means a lot of energy is going on in your home.
Well, okay, so before we get into the whole nationals today, I woke up in a well, I usually read like what's the national.
Oh, yeah.
I woke up in a funky mood today. Like from the moment I woke up, I was already like anxious, and then it just kind of carried. No matter what I did, it just kind of carried. I saged. I lit candles. I took an extra long shower. I even fought with Christian. We got into a fight. And that's weird. I mean, we really don't fight.
I mean, we're not unnatural. We're not like those fake people who are like, we never fight. And you're like, yeah, because you're in a cult and you kill small animals. No, those people always creep me out. If somebody says they never fight, and you're not human anymore. You've surrendered your soul to something ugly, because there's no way you don't fight. If you don't fight, you're not human. It's impossible. We're always going to be conflict. And anyone who's married or has been in a long-term relationship could tell you that. Like, those are the creepiest people. Say, we never fight. And they're the ones who eyes turn blue or roll in the back of their head and like snake eyes come out. It's always something, because they cannot be human.
But there's a difference between, like, you and I do disagree on stuff. We have very different tastes on some things. We disagree on some things, but like we don't hang up each other on the phone. Like except for today, we kind of did hang up on each other.
Yeah, we kind of did today.
We kind of did, but it's because the phones were acting up. But okay. So here's what I was thinking. Just as I was saying that, when my energy, for those of you that have been watching the show, because we were just talking, that's 88 episodes, it's 3 years. For those of you that have been watching the show for a while, know that we've talked about this, that when my energy is off, electronics around me act up. Like electronics something malfunctions. And today it was the phones.
Mm-hmm.
The phones were acting up. And I just put that together, that my energy was off and the phones were acting up. But then I took it out on you.
But folks, this is how Daniel and I are. Daniel and I can get into the most vicious argument, but the thing that makes us a functional human couple, I think, is that we do come around, and whichever one of us needs to make amends, we make amends. We're not scared to say we're sorry to each other. It takes us a little while to get there, because sometimes, our energy gets pretty high. Anger energy gets pretty high, and it takes a while to cool down. And then go, okay, I need to apologize, or I need to at least apologize for my part in this. And we go from there. Like, it's not like a big mystery how things work, but we do always come around and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't have thrown the chair at you, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't have eaten all your food while you were really, really hungry in front of you.
I'm sorry that the hitmen couldn't find you.
And I'm totally kidding about the food. Like, we've never done that.
Sorry, the poison wasn't enough in your food.
First. It's funny. Something I realized the other day when I was working that day in the afternoon, and even when Daniel's here, I still make his cup of coffee before I make mine, and bring it to him. Not because he's royalty, or he's better than me, or he's more important than me. None of that ridiculous psycho BS. It's just a courtesy. It's like, I love him and I want him to be happy. And I want him to, I just believe in taking care of him first. And it's also probably a little hangover from caretaking. There's certain little caretaking characteristics I won't necessarily be able to get rid of. Oh yeah, this was before his tacos, let me tell you. But yeah, it is. It's just that's how I express love. Is I go, I want to make his coffee first, and then I'll make.
But I'm gonna say this: that when I'm at Christian's house, I don't know what it is, but Christian will always make my coffee better than I do.
He says
at your house. At your house, like at my house, I know my coffee maker. I guess it's not like they're so different.
I
But
know.
if I'm at Christian's house and I make my own coffee, it does not taste the same.
And I've even showed him where I fill the coffee to in a little reusable Keurig cup and everything. Like he has seen exactly how I make it, and he still says it tastes different.
But here at home, I mean, I make my own coffee, and obviously I like my own coffee. But
Yeah.
if I'm at
Should have made a
Christian's
cup of
house,
coffee tonight. I'm a little on the tired side.
I should have.
I know I should have done the same. Duh.
You know what we didn't do? I know what we didn't do. We didn't get a TikTok together. There's no TikTok today. So, but for those of you, today
Oh.
is.
By the way, yes, this is important, I think. And I actually knew this person on a personal level, not like a good friend or anything, but I knew him and I hung out with him for one of my early relationships. You know, and I say fare thee well and love light on your next journey, Leslie Jordan. We lost a really sweet, sincerely sweet, generous, and gracious, and very funny man this yesterday in a car accident. He had a medical issue and ended up crashing his car, and he passed away. Leslie Jordan was he was a close friend to one of my very early boyfriends when I first moved down to LA. And I got to meet him and hang out with him. We went to brunch, we went to dinner. Why is that? Look at that, how that light just suddenly became brighter. That is bizarre.
Where?
In my picture, when I mentioned all this stuff about what we did with Leslie, at least in the image I'm seeing, the light got like 300 times brighter. It's like,
Oh, wow.
It's like lights and now it's gone. That is incredible. It feels like he was shining on me. But I got to know him, and he was one of the most wonderful people. So beautiful. Yeah, thank you, Micah. I was thinking maybe it only was for me. But it was, he was an incredible human being, and he was really generous. Like anytime we went out with him, it was always, let me take care of it. He always made sure we were like cared for, happy, and content. And you just don't find that in a lot of people in this world. And Leslie Jordan was sincerely an amazing, giving, wonderful person. And I will miss him. I was shocked when I saw the news that he died.
I was about to post a picture of him, and I can't find it now where I put it. Oh, you saw it? You saw it? Oh, you saw it behind me?
Yeah, it's just crazy. And it just shined on me and my image, at least in what I see of myself. It just had this unnatural light on the left side of my face, and I felt that side of my face got warm. So I think he was just smiling down, because I was saying, I have nothing bad to say about the man. I only saw an amazing, wonderful guy. And it seems like that's what most people saw. He was sincerely a good guy. He was little, but he was much bigger than his physical size.
Interesting.
So
for those of you that don't know who he is, I'm looking for a picture of him.
He plays Beverly Leslie. He played Beverly Leslie, the little gay rich guy, or the little guy who never admitted he was gay, but was on Will and Grace for quite a few seasons. That's supposed to be one of those, like a walk-on character, and then that was it. And then he became so popular they kept bringing him back. That happens to so many people in the acting business. You just got to get your foot in that door, get that role, and make the most of it, and then see if it takes off. You never know; it could turn into a permanent role. Happened on what was the other show? Like Mayim. I never say her name right. Mayim Bialik.
Mayim Bialik.
I never say her name right, but she was not supposed to be a permanent character, and she became one. And then so was the little blonde lady.
I have pics of him together. Oh, didn't you post about him, Micah? I thought you did. You met him?
But yeah, it's one of those it's kind of an amazing thing. And I just wanted to put that out there and on our little space. give Leslie a little space here because I was blessed enough to have known him for a few years. And
That's
it was
really
long
cool.
before the Will and Grace years and everything. So he was, and he had brought us to his show, his one-man show he did many years ago, and
Hi,
it was really
Paul.
great. Back in Reykjavik. Hello, Paul. But yeah, it
But
was,
yes, not only was he a great actor, but he was also a great advocate. He just did a lot for the community, and that was
Yeah.
really cool. The first time I remember like knowing who he was Sorted Lives, the movie.
oh yeah, that was a big
And
Sorted Lives was so good.
and then I started, and I posted a picture of him, and what
Yeah.
one of the cool things that not only him as a person, but him as an actor taught me is that just be you, just be who you are, and like I was so concerned a lot of times that I wouldn't get parts because of who I was. But if they're not going to hire me for who I am, then what's the point? I contacted his publisher several weeks ago if he could.
And he was that type of celebrity. He didn't, there wasn't an interview or something too small for him. He wasn't arrogant and snotty like that. That's fantastic, Micah. What a wonderful story. He touched a lot of lives, so he will be missed.
Well,
So I just wanted to put that out there and say my little piece about it. Like I said, I didn't really know many celebrities or genuinely hang out with them on a casual level. And he's just one of the few that I have been blessed to do.
So, but apparently there's a project he was working on that he finished that they will be releasing. I don't know if it's later this year or earlier next year.
Yeah, it was a movie that he had it was basically in post.
Yeah, he will be missed. All right, well,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know where to go. Oh, today is
about what day it is. Yeah.
How Lit the Moon Night. I was gonna check if it's a full moon night. I'm not sure if it's a full moon night.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I haven't looked outside. Does anybody know if any? No, it's not August. It's a new moon night?
Yeah, it's a new moon. Yep, new moon.
Is it?
I'm looking at my little moon graph here.
Oh, okay. So if it's a new moon, it's Tuesday, October. Oh, it was last night.
No, yeah, I was going to say, actually, I just noticed it was last night.
But today is, it's still kind of full. So go howl at the moon. Go be a werewolf. I guess it is the time to for all those stuff. It's also, it's Pumpkin Day, which I don't like pumpkin spice. So yes, it's a new beginning. Exactly. So maybe that's what I'm feeling. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of weird. But I'm going to get out of the house after the show for a little bit and go walk and get out for a bit. It is also Black Cat Day. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, hon, what?
Black Cat Day.
That's okay.
It's Meow Meow Day.
Black Cat Day?
Black Cat Day.
Wow.
Yes.
I love black cats. I love cats. I'm a fan of both. I don't prefer a dog over a cat, except for the fact cats have litter boxes. That's something I despise about cats. If they didn't have that, if they could go out like a dog and be taken out like a dog, I would totally be fine with either one.
I baked a pumpkin cake. 3 ingredients only? Really? What are the 3 ingredients, Micah?
Flour.
I feel like we're missing people today. Where's everybody else?
I know. Emery, did Emery come on?
I haven't seen him yet.
So Paul is here, Mike is here, Laura is here, and usually we see Emery
and Nancy,
and wow.
But I want to know what the 3 ingredients are. I'm not a big. I like pumpkin pie, but that's about it. I'm not a big. Oh, there she is. We're about to mark you absent. Well, you're muted.
Yes, I know. I'm issuing instructions to my little electronic soldier here.
Oh, okay. Nancy was upset that we tricked people last week. Because I posted the show and then you had to work where you were working, so we had to cancel the show.
Yeah, because that is the 1 week I was working on a Wednesday because I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and I needed to try to compensate for that so I don't lose too much of my paychecks.
And we enjoyed the weekend.
Oh yeah, it was nice. I have to admit, it was really hard going to work on Monday. It was just tough because I really enjoyed the weekend. It was a fun weekend. I was out of the house for the whole weekend. It was just great.
Here we go. Here's the recipe for the 3 ingredient cake: pumpkin spice, cake mix, pumpkin filling, and 1 egg. Bake it 40 minutes at 350 degrees. That's it.
That's almost like a cuppa.
I know, right?
Very cool.
We don't cook for the holidays. we need to start checking in on George Petrelli, see if they're having.
Yeah, if we're gonna be here, definitely.
Thanksgiving.
We usually get like prime rib, something, but something else.
But didn't we get
the Thanksgiving food from George Petrelli's is incredible.
But we do get turkey stuff from them for Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, for Thanksgiving they do an amazing turkey.
The whole can of pumpkin filling. Looks good. Try it. Speaking of black cats, have we ever talked about this? Do you have superstitions?
No.
None of them?
I don't believe in rabbit's paws. I don't believe in wearing the same shirt over and over again for sports. That's disgusting. And I played plenty of sports and I didn't need filthy, smelly clothes to play well. And I was successful and went to tournaments and won big trophies. So no, I'm not a superstitious person. Every so occasion, I will pass a Catholic church and I'll do the little sign of the cross. I don't know if that's considered superstitious, but I'm not doing it for luck. I'm just doing it because I was drilled into my skull from a very young age that you shouldn't pass a Catholic church without blessing yourself. But since I'm really not a practicing Catholic, I don't think there's much reason for me to do that. But every so occasion I do it, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. I get an intuition to do it, so I do it.
Hi, Charlie.
I do believe in God and everything, so it's not like I'm an atheist or agnostic.
I'm superstitious because my mom is superstitious. Yeah, I
absolutely. Like I grew up in a home. My mom is not. Absolutely, my mom was not superstitious. She had no weird superstitious stuff. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say weird. She had no superstition. And my dad, if he did, he never expressed it. And they both come from cultures actually that are pretty deeply rooted in a lot of like the occult and
rituals.
The Germans from very long time ago.
Around cats too. Well, tell her today's Black Cat Day to not go outside the house.
It's just like people.
I knock on wood when like.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I guess I can't say I'm not 100% superstitious because I do that a lot. I knock on wood a lot. I'll say knock on what you got, and I'll do the 3 knocks, and I never think of that as superstitious, but it is. That is a superstition.
Wait, I want to read the. Okay, mirror facing your bed when you sleep. Yeah, you should, and you shouldn't put your feet facing the door. That's bad luck. One of my mentors mentioned to me years ago, when you have interviews or public speaking engagements, wearing your underwears.
Wearing your underwear, might heal. That's a word.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more to this, Micah. Is it wearing your underwears backwards or? Yes, knocking on wood. I do the knock on wood. I do the penny. I do the cross when I pick up a penny or a coin.
Hello, Maurice.
So many. Yes, there is a lot of superstitions. No spilling the salt. Yeah, salt. No, but if you spill the salt, is it over your right shoulder or your left shoulder? That one I can't remember.
I think you're supposed to throw it over your left shoulder with your right hand.
You knock on your wood.
It's true, but yes.
Yes, but that's
I
only
like
in
to
the
knock my
holidays.
wood. I like to knock my
Hey,
wood as much
biddies.
as possible.
Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Is it we sleep the way? Maybe that's what we have. Yeah, your feet should not be facing the door.
Like if your bed's in the room, turn it towards a wall rather than the door.
Yeah, and mirrors should not be facing a door.
They should be facing the door because whatever energy comes in the room gets reflected right back out.
Oh, new underwear. When you're doing an interview, wear new underwear. Huh? Interesting. When was the last time I bought new underwear? I mean, I have. Shut up. I do have a. When I pick up coins on the street, I always do the cross. Yesterday I was going
over. Underwear rips.
Yesterday, when did I go to the dentist? Not yesterday.
Tuesday.
What's today? What's today? Wednesday
or Tuesday?
No, yesterday. Yesterday I went to the dentist. It does work. Okay, so what is the purpose? You wear new underwear when you do an interview for it to go well, or to get a job? Like is it for a job interview? Boxers or briefs?
I wear boxer briefs, so mine is a combination of both.
Yeah, and
Daniel tends to do what, tidy whities? That design.
I don't tidy whities.
Well, they're not white, but they are the same.
They're not tidy whities. They're briefs. They're just not skimpy ones. Like I like it to cover my butt. I'm a decent girl. Yes, to both questions. When they're interviewing you or when you're interviewing for a job, got you. But yesterday when I was going to the dentist, for those of you, I live right across the street from my dentist, and as I crossed the street, I saw a penny, and I was going to walk, and I couldn't do it. I had to come back to pick up the penny, but it was right in the middle of the street. I had to wait for both lanes to be empty, and then I didn't notice that a car was coming, and I almost got run over. I wear thongs and G-strings. Well, thank you, Charlie, for sharing that with us. What is your favorite color of underwears? And his underwear not white because he doesn't remember.
Yuck.
How wrong. That is so wrong. They're kind of a grayish color now.
Kind of are.
They're a little yellowish now.
Because we don't separate our laundry. We just wash everything together.
Y'all are wrong, people. All of you are just wrong. But
sorry, folks. I'd take a moment to put on my air conditioning because it is getting quite warm in my home.
Is it warm there? It was cold here.
No, it's not warm outside, but my house is getting warm for some reason. And my lighting is all off. Wait. Natural? Does this look natural?
My husband wears boxers. That's why we have boys. Now there's a superstition.
Oh, that is a superstition.
That is a superstition. I never heard that one before.
I love you guys to have boys. It's kind of cool. You know how many people would love to have more, like 3 boys?
Wait a minute. You have a girl, Laura.
Their first child was a girl. Yes.
Oh, but that's a different.
But since then.
Yeah, gotcha. Ding, ding,
maybe
ding,
he
ding,
wore
ding.
boxers when they met.
Yes, ding, 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 ding.
Or maybe he wore briefs when they met.
I wear boxers. That's why I have all the boys come to my yard.
I had Mary on my own. That was just spontaneous. Jeanette, it just happened.
Poof! There's a baby. There's another superstition. There's other stuff like. I mean, I self-pollinate
like a flower.
What isn't there an animal that has babies on the
flowers do?
But
and
isn't there like
frogs can change their sex to meet their needs?
Wait a minute, what is this? What do you say? Hold on, Micah had something. Gets better if you put a small worry doll.
I've seen those worry dolls. In fact, I had one when I was young.
buy the worry dolls in Mexico. Wait, I got to look this up. Okay, keep talking because I'm going to look up what this worry doll is. I don't know what this
Yeah,
is.
no, I remember my dad. We went down to Ensenada, and he bought 3 dolls for each of us, a worry doll, and I remember putting it under my pillow. They're just little straw dolls. They some people would say they look a little spooky.
I had never seen this.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either, Laura.
Okay, here you go. I'm going to share this.
Not yet. I have
they're from
seen
Guatemala.
I have seen a transgender male. That's a sophisticated one. I have seen a transgender male pregnant. That's always interesting to see someone who looks like totally like a guy but pregnant. Yeah, those are Guatemalan worry dolls.
Interesting. Huh. I've seen those. I didn't know that's what they were called.
But then don't you have to bury the doll? You have to get rid of it. You can't keep it because otherwise it'll just give you back your word.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. Intersex people. That was trying to sound like the Inquirer. I've seen these dolls. They're called worry dolls. Oh yeah, I've never seen those. Now I want some. Like those would be a great addition to the hearts that I give out. Yeah, they look very small.
You have to make sure, only you can't touch them though. You can't.
I can't touch them.
You touch them, you give them your worries. They're for you. Then it won't be work for someone else. So they're hard to manage if you're going to give them out.
Interesting.
You'd have to wear gloves and have them in a bag.
Oh, that just sounds like too much trouble.
Yeah, I always say let people buy that level of stuff. I would tell them, that's the ones my dad got us, were the ones made out of straw. So they did look a little more scary than those Guatemalan ones.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, they do. They look like the mummies in Guanajuato.
I don't see the straw ones on the.
I remember we bought my dad. I only have ever seen them like at street vendors, like at a flea market or something. I've never seen them.
It looks like mummies. I'm not finding straw ones. Oh, here's a straw. Oh, no, this is wicker. That was pretty.
Straw.
They're not online.
But yeah, I was going to say, I've never seen anyone selling them online. I don't think there's something you can order. I believe you have to go out and look for that.
Because these are cute. They're puesto, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. They're a very puesto type of thing.
Oh, a puesto, yeah. They're like the little...
like I've only seen them in person. I've never seen them online.
I wouldn't mind going down to like Rosarito and somewhere along those lines.
Or find a really good Mexican flea market in LA, and you'll probably find stuff like that.
We should, we keep saying we're going to go to do some of these things. We should go do some of these things.
Well, yeah.
Like
Laura, we'd love for you to join us on something like that. I think that'd be a fun day.
I wouldn't go to Mexico by myself.
Hell no. Brave. Who goes to Mexico alone? That doesn't make any sense.
No, I mean like just you and I. I'd have to take somebody that actually knows their way around there.
Oh. Well, Laura does.
Laura does. Oh, there he is.
Emery.
Yeah, I was moderating Sheena Metals. Oh. I know her, yeah.
Hello, Emery. I have no idea who that is.
Welcome to the show. We're talking about you. We're marking you absent.
Yeah, because you guys Laura, you guys you've done a lot of time in TJ, right?
We should go. We should go for like afternoon.
I wouldn't mind.
I don't want to be there at night, but I'll go during the day.
The last time I went to TJ, it was with coworkers when I worked for Stars, and I went with a bunch of the team from Philadelphia because they just wanted to go to Tijuana. They wanted to see a donkey show. They wanted to see a stripper show. And they wanted to see a male stripper show. Holy moly.
Busy night. Because the cats are out.
So they wanted to see a donkey show, a female stripper show and a male stripper show, and they wanted to drink all that really, really fine tequila that you can't get in the States. Those are their four things they wanted to do. So I went with them down to Tijuana. I mean, I don't know if they thought I'd be helpful because somehow I might look a little Mexican and that I speak Spanish. And it's like, no, I'm useless. I am as gringo a tourist as you can get. And I remember we went to the female show and I'm like, oh boy, nothing I haven't seen before. And then the donkey show I couldn't stay for. And then the male review, yes, the male review was supposed to be only for women only, but I was peeking in through the curtains to the thing because I'm like, I want to see. And all the shows were full on naked, swinging around, and I was like,
hello, little Willie.
I'm all hello, hola.
But I don't want to go on vacation to Mexico.
Well, no. I'm just saying that was the last time I went, which was 20 plus years ago.
But I remember saying Puerto Vallarta. I'm like, no, I don't want to go all the way. Like, I just want to go.
Daniel is way not about vacationing in Mexico ever. He lived there long enough, so I don't need to visit.
I saw what I needed to see. I saw what I needed to see.
But I would love to go with you guys. Now the owl's back.
Oh, the owl is back. Your owl is there. Never mind the black cat. Nancy has an owl that comes by her house.
I love it. They're beautiful, and they fly silently. It's spooky. You get a glimpse of them.
The weekends a must at the very least. Crossing takes a while. Then never mind. I'll worry on the American side. I don't want to go. I don't want to go sleep over there. But when I was filming Callejero, we had a week in Rosarito, 2 weeks in Rosarito, and then an overnight stay in Tijuana, and that was
yeah, because you guys were mostly in Rosarito, right?
I guess we did Mexico City when I was young, and I saw everything that I like. Okay, everything's cool. I want to go somewhere where I've never been. Like I keep telling Christian, like my two want to go to trips are Gettysburg and Salem. I want to go see the ghosts, the witches. What more? Yeah, I lived in Monterrey. Like I saw what I needed to see. I live by the beach. Like I have the beach here. Like I make my own Mexican food. Like I don't want to go eat Mexican food. Like Gettysburg, yeah. Okay, so there's a long story to Gettysburg, but I'll tell you in a minute. I'm totally worth it, and you can stay in a hotel.
Neither one of us is for beach people.
I can stay in my house by the beach. I don't need to go to Mexico.
That's true. I could tell you, I would totally go back to Japan. I've been to Tokyo twice.
Right? You've been.
And I had the best time and experiences in Japan. It was so much fun. It's almost comparable to my time in Europe, in Western Europe, where I worked. I lived and worked for a few years. But I will tell you, Japan was fun. Like, I love Japan. I love the culture. They're so beautifully clean and stylish and so formal. And every store has these pretty girls up front who cover their mouths and they welcome you in Japanese. It's so cute, and they really do that. The one thing I had a hard time finding was actually sushi in Japan, because sushi is more of a United States creation. It's not really a Japanese creation.
But you're right, Laura. One thing that we were talking about was about taking one of those weekend cruises next year.
Like a 3-day cruise.
So, and there's a trip that leaves here, go to Catalina, goes down to Ensenada, was it?
Yeah.
And then back.
Yeah.
So we are thinking, neither one of us has been on a cruise. We couldn't celebrate our 10th anniversary. So we're going to go celebrate our 11th anniversary, hopefully on a cruise, which is in May. So we might do that because
Yeah.
I'm not.
Because we want.
I guess I can't say I'm not a cruise person because I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah, I never have.
But I because
I'm
we're
just like-
more.
My only concern is if the reason you take a short cruise to begin with is if you're one of those people. If I happen to be that person who gets motion sickness and is sick the whole time, which for me is not a good place to be, then there's no point. There's no point to spending it 7 days. That would be torture. So you got to test the waters, literally.
Because Nancy's here. She remembers the Catalina trip.
Oh, dear
I'm
Lord.
going to go to Japan and try those fancy vending machines. There you go.
Oh, they're so cool.
Burgers.
And you also got to go to one of those underground electronic parking garages where you pull your car into this garage. It looks like a garage. It shuts and your car gets like whisked away underground somewhere to be kept. It's so cool. It looks like a vending machine too. And it's usually there's a whole bunch of vending machines right there. You can get like your entire meal from these vending machines. And they're actually really pretty good. They're not like cheap garbage like we have in ours. They're really different.
Charlie,
I've always wanted to go to a 7-Eleven in Japan because they're very, very different than what we have here. And there's like these little sandwiches you can get that apparently are absolutely outrageously good and a very intrinsically Japanese food. So anyway, I'm a food addict. So yeah, there's a lot of food I'd love to try. But, I remember trying to find sushi and that was really difficult on all my trips because it's not really their thing. And then I wanted rolls. Now I've evolved. My senior years with my wisdom, I've learned that, real sushi is, the piece of fish on top of rice. And that's easier to find in Japan than actually trying to find, sushi rolls. Yeah. They really don't do rolls.
But we're going to try and do...
Japan was amazing.
We're going to try and do a little cruise, see how that goes. But yeah, somebody was asking why Gettysburg. Yeah, Gettysburg. Okay, long story short, I had a reading years ago. I was in my 30s, and I went to go to see we were at one of those Renaissance fairs in Houston, and I sat with the reader. So here's the backstory to that. When I was a kid, if anybody remembers the TV series about Gettysburg, and I was a kid when it came out, there was a movie Gettysburg that came out. I think Matthew Broderick was in it, and some other people was in it. Anyway, I remember watching it, and it just completely, like, I connected, and I was crying, and I'll pull out what year it came out, but I was so emotional about it. Okay, so then fast forward, I go get a reading, and the lady goes, "You were a woman. You were a soldier's wife in another life." And I was like, "Oh." She's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah." She goes, "Your husband fought in Gettysburg." And I was like, "What? Like, how would she even, what?" And so apparently in one of my lives, I was a soldier's wife. He went off to war and died. And I had 2 children that died of yellow fever. And I was alone. And forever and ever, my soul is searching to be complete. So that's why I've always wanted kids, and I'm longing for my soldier husband. So there you go. So that's why when I go to Gettysburg too. Shut up, Christian.
You rarely say anything too cornball, but that's kind of cutesy cornball. I like it. And I am totally woke. I am a practitioner, and I still find that one a little sus.
Oh, here it goes. It was 19. Oh, is this
1993?
1983. That can't be the right movie. It has to be.
Wait, no, 1993.
I'm pretty sure there was another one before that.
But yeah, Gettysburg, there's just, for both of us, we just like going to places that have a lot of potential to be haunted and have that spiritual energy. because between the both of us, we really do connect with the spirits around us.
Oh wait,
I would love to get a past life reading too. Like that would be really amazing. I agree. I have not had one yet. I've not met anyone who legitimately does it.
well, I want to go there and also go ghost hunting. So I want to go ghost hunting in Pennsylvania, in Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
Will you recite the Gettysburg Address where you're at it? Shut up.
I don't even know how it begins, and I should.
I've never heard of my past lives. If you had any, and have always wanted to connect. Well,
I have too, but I just, like I said, I haven't found a legit past lives person. Like there's a lot of people who claim to do it, but I need to be referred to someone who is already a very trusted source.
according to the readings that I've had, I was a slave that was hung because I talked too much.
You know what's funny? I was just going to say because you had a big mouth.
Shut up. But according to the reader, I was a slave, an African slave that was hung because I was teaching other people how to like speak up for themselves. I was an advocate, which is so weird because I'm an advocate now. Then I think before that, I was a Roman soldier.
Wow.
I was a soldier's wife. And there's another one in between there, like between the wife and the slave. There's something else, but I can't remember what they told me. So
I just wish we could have like a place like
just wrong.
Wrong.
Now I'm taking my feelings and emotions and just stomping on them. How dare you people?
But no, I want like a past lives pavilion type thing, like they had in that, what is it, that Defending Your Life movie, that old Defending Your Life movie, which is one of my favorite films with Meryl Streep and I don't remember the male actor. But that movie was so cute, and they had like the past life pavilions where you could see, and they'd only let you view your past 3 lives because otherwise people would be in there forever, and they want to make sure everyone had a turn.
Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks, there you go. That is such a cute movie.
We love you, Emery. Can't wait to meet you in person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yes, your comments are very annoying. But I'll just say that out of love. And then I want to go to Salem. I want to go ghost hunting in Salem.
Well, yeah. Hi, Gabby.
Gabby, how are you?
Oh,
Good to see you here.
It's so good for you to join us. I know it's not always easy, so thank you. But yeah, I want to go to Salem because, of course, because of the witch trials and how many basically Daniel, myself, anyone who does any type of practitioner work like we do would have been considered a witch in that time frame and would have been murdered. So, which is what they did. So, and then of course the whole fake witch hunt garbage that came out because of that Anne girl. I had a student recently who'd written an essay on that and wanted some feedback on it, and they had written kind of in the support of the crazy little liar.
You're funny, Charlie. Well,
yes,
actually, we're gonna watch
Virgin to light the candle, and Daniel and I don't qualify.
We're gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2 on Halloween night, so that's our Halloween Eve. By the way, speaking of Black Cats and Howling at the Moon and stuff, what is y'all's favorite Halloween or horror movie? What horror movie would you recommend for Halloween night? They're always.
You know what? I would tell anyone who is after Gen X, anyone after Gen X, or even Gen Xers, some of the younger end of Gen Xers, all the way to all the new generations. You have to watch the original, the very first Halloween with and because when you watch that movie, you realize how different the world was in like
with Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's like when I watched it, I was like, Jamie Lee Curtis and her friend are walking home from school and they're like, oh, we should call this person. And like I'm thinking in my head, I'm going, oh, they'll just pull out their cell phones and make a call. And no, this was the time you had to go home to make a call, and it was a wired phone to the wall of the house, like, and they had a really long cord so you could drag it to your room for some privacy. You watch that first movie, and it's not because the movie's so scary. It's because it's so primitive compared to our time, where we're at.
Well, even the original Scream, they didn't have cell phones in the original Scream movie.
Well, yeah, that's true. Cell phones were still a thing for the rich.
Don't Listen.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the title. It's popped up. And then I just oh well, I guess we should do it's what 6:50. We probably should do our pick of the week.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Thank you for that reminder. My pick of the week is In from the Cold, and it is about it starts off, you just see this mother and her daughter going to Moscow for ice skating competition, and they don't really get along very well, and the mom seems like she's boring and conservative, but of course it's kind of like The Long Kiss Goodnight, which is a really old film too, with Gina Davis, and she seems like this boring person, but she actually is like a Russian sleeper super agent, and this guy from the CIA captures her and reactivates her, and she has this weird morphing technology that was built into her body, and she was the only Russian agent to live through the surgery and be able to do it. And it's just it sounds corny like when I describe it like that, but it's actually a really intriguing show. Like it really, and they keep doing flashbacks to when she was younger, so you kind of understand what's going on now that she's in this later time. But it's a very, very adventurous, very fast moving show, and it's episodic. It's a series, not a movie, and it's on Netflix.
My pick of the week is for those of you that know, I like competition shows, and this is called Exposure Creator Edition, and it's kind of like an influencer TikToker kind of show. So if you're into recording your own videos and just getting ideas to post on TikTok or whatever, this is a really good show. I think it started off with 8 influencers, like they're from different sides. Like one's a puppeteer, one designs clothes, another one does claymation, and they have to go through these challenges, and one by one they get eliminated to the winner. I'm still watching it. I haven't finished it yet, but if you like recording videos, if you like doing social media stuff, this is a really good show just to watch other people have ideas. Plus, it's competitive. I don't know that it'll have a second season, but this first season is pretty good. It's called Exposure Creator Edition. It's on Hulu, so go check it out. I'm having fun watching it. I'm getting a lot of really cool ideas. It's a fun little show, so go check it out. Oh, you liked it? You liked Don't Listen? I have to check it out. We have to get our repertoire of movies together for Halloween night. The last movie that I saw that really scared me was what was the one with the? It's part of the franchise about the couple, the ghost hunting couple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those movies have been Annabelle movies.
I have not seen the latest Halloween movies. The only one I've ever seen was the original.
I was never into the Halloween movies. I just was really shocked when I watched that first one and how primitive the world seemed in that. Like, it was like a world when I was a little kid, that world existed because I was a little kid in the 70s. But it's odd to see someone who's like a teenager or an adult living in that world, like without the flexibility of like technology in your hand. Like, I think the world must have been so quiet. Like, you drive down the street, or you walk down the street and there's no one on cell phones, and life must have been so private. Like, you could be doing something horrible and no one's videotaping you doing it.
The Conjuring, is that the one that we saw? The Conjuring? About the house?
I think that's one of them. Yeah.
That
and
was
then we saw the
bad.
one where they were talking about their actual home, where they have that crazy occult museum underneath, where they have all the dangerous haunted stuff or possessed stuff.
Yeah, Annabelle was good. Um, I liked Annabelle, but mainly because I auditioned for it.
And the funny thing, I just don't find any movies scary anymore. They just don't scare me. Real life is way more scarier than
The
these movies.
the movie that for years, because I watched it when I was a kid, that I always enjoyed was Carrie, the original Carrie. It was one of my favorite scary movies.
I did not know it was in Pasadena. I always thought they were in the Midwest.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh, no. I totally want to do that. Yeah, I agree, Gabe. I agree. Particularly when he's calling for dead people to to get up and make their presence known. No, I did not know that. I'm gonna look that up. The Myers house is wow, I didn't know it was South
That would be interesting to go. I know that the Freddy Krueger house, the girl's house, is on the tours. It's in Hollywood.
Yeah, I am.
I'm just.
It's a great fun. I hear they're not showing.
Does that scare you, Emery? Does that big pumpkin scare you? Do big things scare you?
But yeah, I would love to ever since I came into my gifts as a medium, as an empathic medium, and I had some pretty genuinely scary moments with it in the early days. I mean, stuff that really did scare me to my core. Ever since once you experience real crazy supernatural stuff that physically harms you, and it's whatever it is, it has no good intent for you. It's hard to get scared at anything we can imagine, like in movies. Like it's just hard to get scared at anything. I remember in the very first one, Silent Hill, which was about that deserted coal town that is on fire underneath. And then The Hills Have Eyes. Those two movies in the old days scared me. The Hills Have Eyes and Silent Hill.
I've never seen either one of those.
And I have to admit, back then they scared me when they were new. I don't think they'd scare me today.
Charlie, we one day we could take an actual trip. By the way, how are you? You don't have to answer right now, but just make sure you're okay.
We hope you're doing well. I have two friends, yourself, Charlie, and another female friend of mine who are struggling, who have continuing health struggles. And I send the love and healing light to you guys every day. I take a moment to think about you guys. The Hills Have Thighs is good. Yes, Gabe, the Hills Have Thighs. Amazing.
And there's a bunch of chickens running around.
They're delicious.
Maybe I'm late to this, but did you watch the Jeopardy? I have not watched it yet.
I haven't either yet, Gabby, and it looks like it's really will be good.
Yeah, but I want to pick a day. I haven't had a day off. I'm thinking off Sunday. I'm free Sunday, so I'll probably watch it
To binge it.
Yeah, I don't want to not finish it.
Yeah,
we'll watch it. So we're down to the last 2 minutes. Good. We're glad you're doing okay.
Well, very good to hear.
This Saturday, this Friday, we have Zodiacs. Wayne will be back on the show. The card table presents Zodiacs with my co-host Richard Wayne Kilgo II. So make sure you check us out. There is no Put It Together this Saturday. And then next Wednesday, I'll actually be in Philadelphia. So that we will not have a show next Wednesday. We'll be off. And we might have to change a couple of dates around because I'm going to be traveling quite a bit through November. So we will be back on the 9th. But we'll be off next week. So don't look for us next week. We'll be off. Philly, the city of brotherhood. Yes, I'm going to go to Philadelphia. I'm having a partial church on November 8th.
Ever one of my favorite cities.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Charlie. Happy birthday this Saturday. Enjoy your birthday.
Wait. Go back. Oh, November 8th, and then it'll be.
November 8th.
before you threw this out. Wow. You a youngin'.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys joining us.
Thank you.
I was just I'm not going to Philly. I'm sorry. I was just in Philly last month.
Yeah.
I'm going to Jersey. I'm going to Newark.
New Jersey. New Jersey.
Jersey.
New Jersey.
I'll be in Jersey for the week. And I just got confirmed. I just got confirmed. I'll be joining the club. Yes. We'll be talking to you more after that surgery. Charlie.
And like we said, don't hesitate to contact us, like DM or text, or even call us directly, because there's a lot of things we've learned that will be good, that a lot of wisdom gained over the years that we would love to share with you, so you don't have to go through the same experience as Daniel did. Just remember that. We're here for you.
Also coming up, and I don't know where I left it, but we will be having a read-along. So for those of you that know about Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game, we have Mama, we have Bunny. So we're going to do, we're going to have a read-along. So I'll be promoting my book and reading it aloud for you guys, so you can order it directly from me. Big hugs to you also.
Yes, Emery, big hugs.
Grumpy Bunny, we love it. Yes, so I'll be reading. It's already been read online, so I'm really excited about that. So maybe we can work something out. But I want to be on her show, and she can be on my show, so we'll work something out. But yes, I'm scheduling a read along for Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game, and then we're doing one in Spanish too. So we'll be having 2 separate hours to be able to sell the book online. But for now, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for keeping the conversation going. Love you guys. We will see you. Remember, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.